Greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Gamers Inn. I'm, of course, your host, Ken Sleepless, back at it again with a brand new vid. Today, as part of our week-long Pokemon stuff, I want to do something with traditional animation, so I decided to react to Jaden Animation's Platinum Nuzlocke. For those of you out there that do not know what a Nuzlocke is, basically, Pokemon faints during battle is considered dead and must be put into the Pokemon box and switched out with another one. These are like basically makes the game super duper hard. Um, but I'm not going to attempt any of that crap. I'm not gonna touch it. But yeah, this is Jaden Animation, so now I gotta describe it. So let's just get right into it.
Last year I made a video about my first ever Pokemon Nuzlocke, and the game I played in it was Pokemon Ruby. It was fun, so here I am again, doing another. But this time I attempted to Nuzlocke Pokemon Platinum. I'll explain again super quickly how a Nuzlocke works. You can only catch the first Pokemon you run into per route. If a Pokemon faints, it dies, and you can't use it anymore. And you have to nickname your Pokemon so you grow more attached to them. If you still don't understand, that's not my problem. Let's get started. Oh
So
boy.
this one's basically
Pokemon
that.
Platinum Nuzlocke. Pokemon! So my friend and neighbor Barry is practically dragging me all over the place with his hyperactive squirrel brain, frantically trying to get a Pokemon as soon as possible from his Professor Rowan he saw on TV. He drags me out to Route 201 and he's about to leap into the tall grass when, hold it! You guys know going into the tall grass is practically a death wish, right? What you're doing is basically suicide. Borderline insanity. What absolute moronic lunatics you are. Have you no respect for your lives? Do you have any Pokemon? No. Do you want some? And like that, I have a Turtwig. I named him Turt and immediately used him to bash in Barry's Chimchar. I was making my way through the routes, but right as I was about to nab the Shinx I found on 202. Don't kill it. No!
Turt, what you doing?
So, no Shinx for us. But that's alright. Shinx isn't that great this early anyway. Then I locked eyes with our first trainer. The first battle. Let's see how we fare against youngster Tristan and his level 5 Starly. Oh my god! So in the first trainer battle I ever fought, I almost immediately lose my starter to a critical hit. Why do I suddenly have a very bad feeling about this?
This is
Nevertheless, I
Platinum.
kept
This is
going
the
on with
easier one of
Jubilife
some of
City,
them.
where we caught Kronk the Zubat in the cave above Route
I love
204,
the little
and
Easter eggs in the
Magikarp on
background.
218. Hi, Magikarp. Your name is Puppy. Just outside the city,
Okay.
Barry runs up and demands another battle, so I happily bash in his Chimchar again. And his Starly too. I kept on my way, eventually arriving in Orberg City, and nervously challenged Rourke. I was terrified of his Cranidos, but
Oh,
he
his
hit it with a
Cranidos is
crit
like
Razor Leaf and one-shot
freaking
it before it could even do anything.
up there,
So
man.
that's badge number 1 for us. I made it to Floroma Town and was really excited because if you didn't know, outside the Valley Woodworks you can find Shellos. And if you didn't know, again, I love Shellos. I ran straight to the grass to get my Shellos encounter, and I'm not gonna pass up an encounter, so I very depressingly caught the Shinx and named it Failure to vent my sadness and frustration over not
Damn.
getting a slug. While there, we found Team Galactic messing around, stealing electricity, and this little girl's dad. So I beat up the grunt guarding the door, broke in, beat up the grunts in the building until Turd evolved, then found Galactic Commander Mars at the end of the corridor, who I was scared of because she's got a
That
fat
poor
ass that
ugly is a
can't touch a
freaking
semi-pro.
tank.
But I had a plan. Back in the Orberg mines, I caught Dwayne the Onyx, and I brought him to the fight because in case things got dicey, I would switch him in to buy time and heal up my other Pokemon. Basically, Dwayne was death fodder. Turt took out Mars' Zubat, and when Perugly came out, Kronk plucked off the Oranberry it was holding. But she got hit pretty hard in the process, and since Turt needed a bit of healing before he could get back into it, Dwayne can take a scratch. Look at that. Dwayne is fine. He's fine, guys. Don't pull the sad nose for Dwayne. Dwayne's fine. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. Oh my god! Dude! Alright, I'll give him that. I'll give him that. Dwayne gets to live. Somehow, when Dwayne was supposed to die, he hung in there on 1 HP. And you know what? I respected the hell out of him for it. I let Dwayne live, and Turt was able to take out the Perugly.
Oh.
What a legend.
Okay, that's funny.
Box
Oh, you
In
got the
Mount Coronet, I caught a Bronzor named Big Boy, which I happily added to the team, and right before Gardenia's gym, Kronk evolved, which meant no mercy for those flower ladies. Badge number 2. We slashed the guard bushes in front of the Galactic building and ran up all the stairs where we fought Galactic Commander Jupiter. Let's take a look at how that went. No crit.
That skun tank is a bit of a beast too. You gotta be careful.
No! But, I mean, that won't do. Oh, God!
Oh, I hate it when that freaking happens. It sounded like one or two.
Oh my God! We finally were able to beat her, but that fight really knocked the wind out of me. I was shaking on my way back to the Pokemon Center when this lady Cynthia shows up and is like, "Egg? Uh, uh, yeah." Anyway, even meeting Cynthia wasn't enough to calm my nerves, so to keep my mind off the absolute tragedy we narrowly avoided, I decided to start training up Big Boy on Cycling Road. And then he died. I've practiced this.
Well, you are going up against a Ponyta, man.
So before you push up your anime glasses and tell me that steel is weak to fire, which I know, by the way, the reason I kept Big Boy in was because not only is his defense an iron wall, but he had heat proof, which negates his fire weakness. But then he got crit. So, first step. I'm sorry, Big Boy. You never had the opportunity to become a big boy. I walked into Wayward Cave and found a Gible. Gible is an amazing Pokemon. It turns into Garchomp, which is easily one of, if not the strongest Pokemon in the game that isn't a legendary. Adding it to the team would give us such a huge advantage, and now there is nothing in my way between that and we're moving on. We arrived in Hearthome City where I caught DeVito the Ralts, Kronk and Puppy evolved. We had a clean win against Ventina, and some lady gave us an Eevee I named Milk. Things were starting to look better now. I was leveling up DeVito against trainers, and when fighting this lovey-dovey couple...
Yeah,
let's go into Puppy. Get rid of the weasel. Oh no!
Watch the video get taken out. Yep.
You're kidding. You're kidding. And that's why I hate love. In came Shrimp the
Aw.
Scyther I caught on Route 210. Some good news, on Route 213 I finally
This
found
is
a Shellos.
amusing.
I named it Swoop, and I loved it. I loved it so much. I know you're not supposed to have a favorite child, but Swoop was my favorite child, and I wasn't apologetic about it. I trained it up, and
Aw.
now we got a Gastrodon. Turt ended up evolving too, so together with
Tortetta.
Kronk and Swoop, Maylene was defeated, and badge number 4 was secured. Outside of Pastoria City, I caught a Quagsire named Lol, but when I went to get my Great Marsh encounter, I was trying to get a Yanma and accidentally threw a ball at a Wooper. So now we've got Lol and Oops in the box. Then I swept Crasher Week with Milk, who is now a Jolteon, with the TM Thunder I bought literally next door. I walked out of the gym and
Quagsire
Team Galactic set up a
probably
bomb.
was
I ran
one
down
that's
the grunt who
probably
detonated
pretty
it and
stupid.
took him out because he is weak. Cynthia appears again and tells me to bring a charm to her grandma. So I'm like, yes ma'am. We found her in Celestial Town along with Cyrus, the leader of Team Galactic, who starts some evil Shakespeare speech about how everything is imperfect, so he's gotta blow up the world or something. I don't know, I wasn't really paying
The
attention.
dude's a
And then he
freaking
wanted to fight.
lunatic.
Puppy took out his Sneasel and I sent out Milk to take care of his Golbat. But Milk decided he wanted to be lazy and not only miss all his thunders, but also punch himself in the face. Milk!
Don't take him down. Don't take him down. Please don't take him down. Milk.
You can't be doing this. Kronk came out and killed the Golbat because Milk was being difficult, but I gave him a second chance and he took out the Murkrow. Anyway, here's your dusty charm. I went out and caught a Magnemite and Insane, then arrived in Cantaloupe City where we barged into Byron's gym and demolished his team with Swoop and Turf. Then Team Galactic sets off another bomb, this time at Lake Valor, so Barry, Professor Rowan's assistant Lucas, and I split up to check on the lakes. As I'm strolling past all the floppy Magikarp, I run into Galactic Commander Saturn, who we swept the floor with. After that, we headed over to Lake Verity, where we did the exact same with Mars. There was a part where Turt got crit and almost died. Oh god. Oh god. But we're fine, he's fine. Finally, we had to go
You don't
check
look
up on
fine.
Barry at Lake Security, and after trekking through 6 feet of snow for like a mile, we get there to find Barry at the top of a cliff like, ha ha ha, you can't climb rocks. Come back when you can climb rocks, loser. I'll go fight Candace's gym now, I guess. Now, we've been having some good type matchups with the past few gyms, so I haven't really been nervous about most of them. But Candace uses ice types, which, like, half my team is weak against. Which, you know, nervousness rising. Not only was I at a massive type disadvantage, where her Obama snow
Oh
went,
yeah,
and
Obama
when they
Snow
tried to
really
give us
helped
a
me
pail and a
quite a
frost
bit in
blast
my
because when
my
we used the
diamond
pail from the
playthrough.
Obama
But that
snow that
frost
night, the
blast, now
bases
that's what you need to
were
worry
just
about.
spam double teams and then just sweep my team. I walked in, took a deep breath, which didn't make me feel better at all, and started the battle. Shrimp took out her Sneasel and Swoop took out her Pilot Swine, almost dying in the process, and then she finally brought out the big bad Obama Snow. Since it's grass ice type, I taught Puppy Fire Blast. Yeah, I didn't know we could. Anyway, I wasn't sure it could one-shot because Puppy's not a special attacker, and lo and behold, it did. It didn't miss. Please kill it. Please, it's quad. It's quad. What?
Obama
Eventually,
Snow's
Puppy
a
took it out,
tank,
but that
man.
was absolutely terrifying. Last but not least, Bruslas. I wanted to have Swoop rain dance to get rid of the hail so Bruslas's snow cloak isn't activated, but since Swoop was sitting at a not so chill 20 HP, that wasn't gonna work out super great. However, since I didn't want Kronk to be in this fight at all, right before the fight I swapped her with Failure the Shinx. Yep, sorry, little guy. Failure looked up at the looming death that was Frostlass in front of her, and as I healed up Swoop, Failure was killed in its blizzard. It's really
Damn.
unfortunate we had to resort to it, but I give Failure a salute for stepping up and surrendering its life to the team. Swoop came out, got off the rain dance, and after a close battle, was able to pull through. We won, but it wasn't without sacrifice. We had a moment of silence for Failure, the true MVP of the fight. Gone, but not forgotten. Now we could climb the rocks to Lake Acuity, and when we got up there,
Oh,
Barry's got
brother.
snot dripping down his face, crying in the snow because he got beat up by Jupiter, who looks at me and is like, "See ya, I'm going to Veilstone HQ."
Oh, suck it up, you big baby.
uh, I'm gonna go to Veilstone. We start running through the base trying to find Cyrus, but when fighting this scientist, psychic.
Swoop
Porygon 2
is dead.
freaks
Oh,
me
wait,
out. It
wait.
is way too powerful, way too bulky, and it's way too weird. I do like Porygon 2 though. I would like a plush of Porygon 2.
That would be kind of cool.
Very cute. What? 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 What?
Swoop is down.
No!
Man down.
No! Swoop!
Okay, Swoop.
We lost Swoop! I wasn't okay. Kurt came out and curb stomped the Porygon 2 out of vengeance, but to put it lightly, I wasn't taking that too well. My heart is breaking. I'm like actually sad. But life doesn't stop when your dog dies, so I had to keep trucking and brought Lol the Quagsire to the team. With an intense, blood-curdling thirst for revenge, I stormed into Cyrus's room.
Alright,
Fight!
you.
Shrimp and Milk took out his team in no time. I snatched his Master Ball and used his teleport pad to enter the basement where Mesprit and Milky and Lucy are all being held captive. Fight! And like Cyrus, Saturn was swept too. After releasing the Lake Guardians, we head to Mount Coronet because Cyrus wants to go there and destroy the planet, I think. And we catch up to him at the Sphere
Yeah, something
Pillar.
like
Before
that.
we can run up and
Destroy and
attack
then
him,
remake
Mars
it.
and Jupiter step in. Then Barry arrives. Honestly, I have no idea how he found us all here. And it's like, I'll help. Lol takes out both their Bronzors, Mars's Krugly, and Barry's Munchlax. So I thought, you know,
Oops.
it was all smooth sailing, right? Well, Barry. Really doing a lot for the team, aren't you? Oh my god,
Oh
no!
my
Giga
god.
Drain?
A Giga Drain. What the hell? Asshole.
No.
Lol's
No,
gone.
oh no, oh no! It was a crit! Not only did I not know their Golbat had Giga Drain for some reason, but it also got a crit. So I was starting to feel bad, but then I started panicking. The thing is, after you fight Mars and Jupiter, you have to go into the Distortion World and fight Cyrus and Giratina. If Cynthia forces us into the Distortion World without us being able to get a new member, we're in massive trouble. We finished up the battle and Cyrus starts his whole spiel about how the world is imperfect, blah blah blah, everything must die except for me. Then he gets swallowed up by Giratina, a hole opens, a rip in space leading to the Distortion World, and I'm kinda just standing off to the side twiddling my thumbs like, Cynthia, please don't shove me in there without my consent. Cynthia, can I go? I have something to do. Our world will be destroyed. Are you ready? No, I'm not. Let me go. I'm free. Holy crap. Get me out of here. Goodbye. I'm sorry, lol. We just got died. But luckily, remember when I accidentally caught that whooper while trying to get a Yanma? It's time, Oops. You are no accident. You're our lucky star who will carry us to
Oh
victory.
yeah, he looked like
Gyarados
it.
leveled up, came back to the spear pillar where Cynthia was just sitting there waiting for us, and hopped in. Everything is topsy-turvy and the Lake Guardians are telling me to push boulders into holes. And suddenly I'm on a floating crust of land with Cynthia, who's basically like, Cyrus, get lost and never come back. And Cyrus didn't like that. So he came at me. Oops took out his Houndoom and his Gyarados came out, so I switched to Milk. But I was very terrified because Cyrus's Gyarados has Earthquake. So if Milk misses his Thunder here, he dies. And Milk is notorious for missing his Thunders. But it hit. Milk lives another day. He also took out Cyrus's Crobat and Honchkrow, and Shrimp finished up his Weavile. Cyrus stepped
Just like,
inside,
yeah,
and suddenly
we
it's
good.
me and the Angel of Darkness itself.
Giratina. What the? What the hell? Freaky thing. Whoa. Well, this is the Sorcerer World. I think that's a joke. At least I hope this is a joke. Oh, trippy.
I threw the Master Ball, and like that, it was over. I saved the world. Now to get back to my gym badges. I arrived at Sunny Shore City and started making my way through Volkner's gym. I know he's the 8th gym leader and he's supposed to be tough, and apparently he's depressed because everyone who challenges him isn't good enough and he's bored. But I wasn't concerned. We have Oops and none of his Pokemon can do anything about it. It's not like they have Giga Drain or anything, right? They didn't, I checked. Oops was just Earthquake and everything, and at the end, I'll admit, I got a bit scared. Okay, don't crit. If you crit Giga Impact, that would be really holy. But it's all good. We're all good. And with that,
Just
the
like,
Nightmare Road we
ee.
left, where we found Dr. Gabite, Flakes. Would have been nice to have one, I don't know, near the beginning of the game, say, in Wayward Cave, you know. But whatever. Better late than never. It's good to have just in case something goes horribly wrong out of nowhere.
Brave Bird.
Flakes'
That's
face
a
thing.
terrible
Yeah, it is.
move.
It's an amazing. Whoa, 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 whoa. No!
Puppy.
You're kidding. Oh dear. And that's the straw that broke the camel's back. After Puppy died, I stepped back and decided the team we go into the Elite Four with needs to be the best possible team we can build. The Elite Four here goes pretty hard, so I couldn't go in willy-nilly just hoping for the best. After literally a few hours of calculations and research, I settled on a team I thought would give us the highest possibility of winning. I added Flakes to the team in place of Puppy, and with a heavy heart, left Milk and Kronk behind as I brought C the now Magnezone and Colgate the Togekiss I hatched from the eggs Cynthia gave me. Even though I was sad to not bring Milk and Kronk into the final battles with us, they won't be forgotten. And it doesn't negate the fact they were such huge assets to the team, and I wouldn't have made it this far without them. I'll see you guys on the other side. I took a step towards the doors of no return, and immediately got interrupted by Barry, who wanted to have one last fight. Anyway,
Sit out. Oh, really messed you up, didn't it?
welcome. This is the Elite Four. The battle starts and C takes out Aranceon, Mega, and Vespiquen. Oops takes out his Drapion, and Colgate takes out his Scissor and Heracross. Next up is
Boom.
Bertha. Bertha loves ground types, but Turt and Oops had a smooth time smashing through her team. I felt a horrible shiver when her Rhyperior came out, but things went well. On to Flint.
Just like, yeah.
Flint has a pretty scary team, but luckily Oops and Flakes had no trouble plowing through them as well. With that, we're on to the last member, Lucian. Now, Shrimp hasn't had much time to shine in these fights so far, so I decided I wanted to let her go all out. She set up sword stances and bullet punched everything. Proud of you, Shrimp. And suddenly, I'm at the entrance to the champion. The trainer who's been known to crush dreams in a single battle, and many still fear to this day. I took a
Yeah.
deep breath,
I'm one of
He's doing
those.
surprisingly well.
Dude, this chick
I
curb
don't
stomped
know
me a
how to
couple
feel
times
about it.
back in the
But I
day.
looked up, and there she was.
In
At this
Pearl,
moment,
no
I
less.
have only one last objective: defeat Cynthia. She leads with Spiritomb, which has no weaknesses, so I sent out Turt to hit it as hard as possible. Flakes takes out her Togekiss, and then her Garchomp comes out. This is known to be one of the toughest boss Pokemon in the entire franchise. And rightfully so. That thing was made by Satan himself, and I'm sure even
That thing's
he fears what he's
speedier than
created. I
any
immediately
Pokemon I've
switched to
ever
Lucius,
seen in a
since it's the
fight.
only
And
Pokemon
it's
that can lead
tough
us to
as
victory
hell,
here.
too.
To put it to sleep with Yawn, and then Ice Beam it until it died. That was our only hope. But then, oops, was crit. And that was it. Nothing on my team can take a hit from this monster, and even if they could, they couldn't do much damage back. I sat there in disbelief, knowing there wasn't anything I could have done, and the battle is basically unwinnable now. I brought out Shrimp to bullet punch it so he could get in a little bit of damage, but she was killed. Colgate tried to chip away at it. He did some damage too, but was crit one shot. At this point, I had accepted defeat. Only Turt, C, and Flakes were left. It's hopeless at this point. Flakes came out, and against all odds, Flakes outsped Cynthia's Garchomp and killed it. I didn't
Damn!
think he could do it. He was 2 levels weaker, and I don't know. I just didn't think he could outspeed it. Suddenly, there was a chance. We could win this after all. Cynthia brings out her Milotic, which C took out with a few Thunderbolts. Flakes took out the Lucario
Oh!
with Dig. Look, my Earthquake TM is on Swoop, and we all know what happened there. Finally, the last
Easy,
Pokemon
May,
comes out.
easy. Alright.
Roserade. Flakes went in for the Dragon Claw, and the battle was over. We won. As Cynthia is congratulating me, a sudden feeling of overwhelming guilt washes over my entire body, so intense it almost knocks me down. I don't think I deserve this. Something here isn't right. This wasn't meant for me. Back in the distortion world when Giratina split me in two, how do I know I'm me? What happened in the other timeline where I saw glimpses of what happened parallel to this world, that was me too. Those things happened. Was that the ending I'm destined to have? The world I'm living in now is how I want things to be, but the other Jaden is equally me as I am her. Even if you might think I
Jesus,
deserve
man.
this
Existential
dimension,
crisis. Let's
things
just
don't
take it.
work like that. Are there some things you can't escape, even when you try everything you can do to alter it? I don't know the answer. I may be able to sit on this throne now and thank all the Pokemon that put in everything to help me get here. All the hard work, blood, sacrifices we made. But I don't think I can ever accept this victory. I don't know what ending was meant for me. And I don't think I ever will.
That was dark as hell. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and subscribe and like. That's gonna be it for this video. Hold on a second. What? Frost, just close it down, man. What? Hey, what? Guys, I gotta go. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We might have a bit of a problem. Uh, y'all remember what happened last time, right? In the last animation, in the cartoon asylum, right? Yeah, the situation might be getting worse. I gotta call the guys. Bye.